Hey, Brandon here, just coming at you with another one of my fine videos that is taken over the YouTube waves, let me tell you. Sure, you could probably hear a little bit of the squeaking there in the background. That's a window that's blowing around in the wind that I just noticed I need to repair just this very second. But anyways, yeah, I'm having a rough go the last few days. Just been dealing with a lot of depression, trying to fight through it, man. I'm trying to fight through it. Give me just a minute. Let me fix that freaking window. Yeah, I apologize. I hope that isn't. Hope that's not picking up too much. The wind's been blowing out here nonstop for 3 damn days, man. I did have a good time on Saturday. I took my uh, son and my grandson to the little carnival they had in town that they've been bringing here for the past 20 years. It's one of those little rinky dink, traveling carnivals with the 40-year-old machines that half the time you ride them, you wonder if you're going to live. But my grandson had a good time. We all had a good time. He really had a good time. And I'd say grand total that it was probably about $150 day. I bought everybody bracelets. There was four. I bought four bracelets, $20 a pop, to go on the rides, and then blah blah blah. But anyway, yeah, I apologize if I'm coming off weird or whatever. But I sincerely, man, I'm trying. I'm fighting through it. Just had a neighbor. Well, it's not. It wasn't my neighbor, but it's the people that own the home that my neighbors live in, and the fire that burnt through my home apparently damaged their fence, and I had no clue. And this fire's been back in. It was around April the 19th, I think. So it's been over a month, and I had no clue. And this lady caught me getting out of my car after taking my dogs out, and she's asking me to repair her fence. And I'm like, A, I don't know how. B, I don't have money to buy lumber and stuff. C, I've been about that close to jumping off a ledge on my skull because all this shit that I'm dealing with. So this is just add more to the pile. But one thing I have learned, and I will say, and that's why I fight on, we can only control the things that we can control. It's not like I can do anything right now. I'll have to look into that and try to figure something out. But I think a big part of my depression is just I'm 52. My home was destroyed in a fire. I'm on disability. It's not enough to live on. Gas prices are absolutely destroying me. I'm sure that that's the case for a lot of people out there. I know I'm not alone. That's for sure. I know I'm not alone. And the only thing that I do need to start getting. I've said it for the past couple of years, and I'm tired of hearing myself speak. But we only get one body, and we have to treat it right because all it takes is for one of our organs or something like that to start failing us, and we're done. And I think about the abuse on my body over the past 10 years. I'm amazed that I haven't had some major health issues. I've been pretty fortunate so far. I do look at people like my dad and some of my uncles and family that have smoked cigarettes, chewed tobacco, drank beer and booze and everything, and still My grandpa, drank beer, or he drank booze and chewed tobacco his whole life. He lived to be like 82. My dad quit smoking, but he dips, chew, still drinks beer. He's 76 and fought through some cancer. My mom smoked for most of her life. She vapes still, but she smoked most of her life. Eat as about as unhealthy as you can possibly think, on top of being diabetic. And she's 74. But then on the flip side of that, I have a cousin. Believe it or not, this cousin was a gymnast for BYU, Brigham Young University, and when they were in Utah back in the '80s, filming the movie Footloose with Kevin Bacon, they were looking for somebody that looked like Kevin that could do a few flips and do a few stunt moves for him. Especially that scene where he's in the old factory or whatever, and he's actually on a gymnastics bar, or whatever. Anyhow, long story short, they hired my cousin for about 6 weeks, and he got to be a stunt double in there for Kevin Bacon. I always thought I was cool growing up, telling everybody my cousin's in Footloose, And anyhow, he was a vegetarian, done yoga, jogged 2 miles a day, never smoked, never drank, nothing. He dropped of a heart attack at like 57, That's just a few years older than me, So I really, man, I got to cut the shit, Like I said, I'll do another video and soon. I got to do one, let you in on the 10, maybe more like 12 years that I abused painkillers. And I mean, I abused them like you wouldn't believe. And on top of that, me and my brother probably drank a Red Bull a day, sometimes two, but we would drink a Red Bull a day for a freaking decade, and I'm just surprised at these things. And here I am saying that I'm surprised that they haven't done anything, but it's something that could pop up later. And this is something that really bothers me. And I try to tell myself, start drinking more water, start being more active, start paying more attention to your health. I want to be around for my grandkids and shit. I got to get my crap together, man, and stop talking and start doing. I need to start living a better, cleaner life. But anyways, yeah, just wanted to touch base. These videos help me sometimes to kind of decompress and get things off of my mind. Yeah, but right now I'm headed to work. Right now I work at a local bakery. I can make up to $1,000, without it affecting my disability benefits. And I'm literally $500 in the negative in my checking account. Me and my son, I was going to say real quick, if you haven't seen it, if you're a big Michael Jackson fan, which I am, always have been, I think he might be the best performer that ever fucking lived. He's up there, man. He's, Freddie Mercury's up there, Judy Garland's up there. There's a few of them that are up there. But I see why people make the argument, and I would probably not be opposed to the argument that Michael Jackson was the greatest entertainer ever. Period. Full stop. He's that good. And I don't want to get into the negative stuff. People can believe whatever the hell they want. All I know is if he was doing the shit they were trying to accuse him of, then why wouldn't Macaulay Culkin, who spent all that time with him, and Corey Feldman, who's already come out and wrote a book about abuse in Hollywood, why wouldn't Corey Feldman come out and say, hey, Michael Jackson, he did this or did that or whatever, he already exposed a bunch of other people, Corey Feldman did. But he never said anything bad about Michael Jackson, neither did Macaulay Culkin, and they spent the night at Neverland out there with him several times. It's all a bunch of bullshit. People were trying to run him into the ground. They were trying to get money from him. That's what I believe. You believe what you want to believe. That's what I believe. I love Michael Jackson. I wish he was still here. But anyways, Good movie. His nephew Jafar Jackson portrays him in this movie. And oh my goodness, I think the kid deserves an Academy Award for that performance. He nailed it, man. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up for now. I gotta go to work, start talking to people and figuring out how the hell I'm gonna fix a fence. I don't even have time. I don't even have time to even finish digging a hole for my freaking dog. Anyways, you know, I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna keep on trying. You guys have a good one.